Yes. Holy crap, does it ever pull hard in a second? Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be swapping out the transmission in Red 10. In the last episode, I fixed the oil consumption issue. So go click that if you haven't seen that yet. But it's time to replace the tranny. That's the only reason why I addressed the oil consumption issue is because I blew up the tranny. So it was time to deal with it. It did run with the oil consumption, but it was really annoying. Running mint. I just drove it out of the shop and back in because I had to clean up a little bit, but it did not smoke at all, even on first startup and once it got warm and everything. I'm very happy about that. So what I'm gonna do is swap out that tranny and get this thing done. I've got a couple things to tie in after that. I gotta do the brakes because I lost all my braking power when I was driving it the last time. Don't know why that happened yet. I'll figure that out along the way, but I'm gonna rip that tranny out and install this one. So this one, hopefully is good. I have to remove this and do all that checkingables like I always do, and then I will be able to put this back in. I've already got all my tools that I need to remove the tranny. I got my 1.25 inch. I got my socket for the wheels, 17, 11, 16, same thing, and then 14 and 12, and then 17 and 12 wrenches, and I'm good. To get the tranny out, it is fairly easy if you know what you're doing. Take the battery out, battery tray, get all the tranny bolts out, you gotta take the axles off. There's a whole bunch of little things, but if you stick to it, it doesn't take that long. Other than, the thing that sucks is you gotta drop it out on your actual chest to get the thing out from underneath the car. Already taking the tranny mounts off, loosening everything off, getting the main cross member out, the actual shifter lever is good to go. So, that's not normal. Input shaft definitely isn't supposed to rattle around that much. That was definitely the noise. But I'm just gonna take out 5th gear. So I'm going to take off this, remove 5th gear, because this tranny doesn't have it. I'm actually gonna check just to make sure, but from what I remember, it doesn't have 5th gear. Yeah, it does, but it's kind of like all over the place. So I'm gonna swap over 5th gear, and then I should have a good tranny. So the first thing that I found once I got this cover off was a big hunk of metal. And honestly, I do not see it from anywhere in here. So I'm kind of concerned. It must have came from the actual fluid from the top and then went straight to the bottom, because all these gears look mint. This is 5th gear, by the way, if you didn't know. And that is all looking tight. Just gonna probably take this off, and then while I'm at it, I'm gonna rip this apart so I can show you what I did for damage wise. This is very hard to get apart. I'm assuming because it's very broken. All right, let's see what kind of bull crap I got myself into. I see what happened there. First gears look okay. Moving down. Here's the synchronizers, those look fine. Moving down. We'll ignore that. Moving down. All this reverse stuff's working. Never mind, I'm just kidding. Yeah, 3rd gear. 3rd gear got mangled again. I'll see if I can get it in there. Yeah, there's some teeth, if that counts. There's something there. So basically, 3rd gear wasn't fully gone, but it was mangled. But yeah. Way she goes with the G series. I've only done this like a million times, so yeah, literally same thing every time. 3rd gear gets rounded right over just from too much horsepower, and then you get all these nice metal shavings. Yum. And then the magnet. Yum. Chunks. Yum. And the case seems to have made me some custom washers. So if I ever need a washer in the shape of a V, I think I'm good to go. We'll save this for later. Bad meets evil. So this is the new tranny. new to me at least. It's probably had a rough life, but I'm gonna make it a lot more rough, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this is blown, this is good. I stole 5th gear. 5th gear's right there. This looks a little sketch. This is the way I got the tranny. I got it for free. And looks a little sketch. I don't know what's going on in there, so I'm just gonna replace that. It looks like this case hasn't been separated. So I'm gonna remove 5th gear and then see how all the gears inside turn and use my hand on the shifter mechanism and go through the gears and see if it's actually gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, no problem, and then see how it goes after I put 5th on as well. I checked out this tranny and it's grinding. So, and then if I push on the shifter, it stops the actual input shaft from spinning. So there's something wrong, and I hope there's good news when I open it, but I didn't want to have to open it, but I have to now. So this transmission is like a Kinder Egg surprise. It's got a surprise on the inside. And there's my surprise! Surprise, mother! So without even investigating, I already know where this is from. This is from the actual shifter fork up here. And right there is where this used to go, right in here. But for some reason it broke, and that sucks. I don't know if that was my fault or the guy before's fault. I do remember checking this though. I did check it, but yeah, so I'm going to steal this piece from that tranny, Build-A-Bear, one together, and this is what shifts everything. So I'm gonna take all this thing apart, and then I'm gonna have to install a new shaft up here. Not a huge deal, but it's a deal for sure. So this also has another surprise. It's broken too. You can see that line somewhere in here. It is there. Yeah, I can't use this tranny for a spare piece because it's broken. Honestly, I've never seen that break, ever. So I'm gonna have to go dig through my trannies and find one. All right, I welcome you my transmission graveyard. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 transmissions in here. Anyways, it's full of 3rd gear brakes and everything like that. So I'm gonna steal from one of these trannies. There's another 3rd gear brake. Yeah. This is a sad room to be in. But anyways, I'm going to steal something from something, and then I'm gonna be good to go. Okay, this all looks good, so I'm just gonna pull it out somehow with one hand so yeah, I can show you. Boom. That looks good. That one does look good. So these can all kiss my butt because as you can see, 3rd gear's gone. And yeah, I'm glad I keep this stuff though. On a more serious note, make sure you have ventilation when you're rocking the brake clean like it's Gatorade. Not good. Long story short. I'm going to get my shifter mechanism back in. Now that is a clean tranny, guys. So I literally cleaned everything way too much with brake clean. Things are looking good here. I'm going to put some RTV around it and plant this on top of this, attach it all together, make sure that it's gonna shift correctly, and then I'm looking good. I'm very excited about this tranny. I basically went through everything I had to find the best one made sure that it wasn't worn out as much as the other ones were. So this is gonna be good once I've got it complete. That was easy. I wish I could say that, right? So this tranny is fully together and it's going into TED. It's time to put it into TED. So Yeah, like as you can see, I've done this like way too many times, and I'd like to let you know that I have a solution to this transmission problem. It will happen in the future, not the near future, but the long-term future. I have a solution for this, and it's coming. Not soon, not in a while. In the future, that's all I can tell you. It's going to be a cheap way to handle way more horsepower. So I'm just going to get this in, and then later on you can watch that. So it's bench press time. I'm going to put this onto my gut, roll underneath, go up, put it on, and put a bolt in that order. But wait, you have to always remember to lube your shaft. Already got my Jimmy set up to get fluid into my tranny. Just basically a zip tie with a hose clamp on our hose and leading it in there. So now I'm going to put the main cross member underneath and get that tranny locked in there so I get rid of this hoist. And then I can start just plugging things back together and then tying this baby in like it was never gonna be taken apart again, which it will be in probably about a week, but we'll see. And I'm just gonna get right to it. The tranny is in and it's looking good. So what I've got to do now is I got to address the brake problem while I have everything apart. Like I don't have the battery in, I don't have the axles in, so I can really get in there and see if any brake lines are leaking. So I just filled up the actual reservoir for my master and my clutch, and I'm going to let that sit for a bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to do a few things, but I'm going to pump those brakes up and see what's going on, see if it's going to be peeing out anywhere. I believe it was my clutch that was actually leaking, and then it was bringing down my reservoir, and that's what made me suck air, but I'm going to have to check that out right now. I'm just going to give the brakes a quick pump and see what happens. No fluid came out of here, but I do think that that is a brake line problem. Looks like it was wet at one point. So I'm just gonna replace that because that is sketchy. Definitely. Yep, that is the leak. So I'm gonna replace him. Thankfully, I keep all the flex lines, so I'm gonna use one of them. Brake line's fixed. Now I can remove the jack because the tranny and engine are completely back in. While I'm at it, I'm going to replace this axle because it has a big hole in it and it's been covering my wheel well with crap. So I'm gonna bang this end off of this half shaft and then replace it with this. So I have to bang it off this one as well and then put it onto there and then back on the car. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh, I smell burning electrical. I forgot to put my tranny plug in. It's way in there. I'm gonna have to put it in now. Yes, I'm gonna take it for a test drive because I need to break in that one cylinder because it's all honed out and fresh with the new rings. So I need to break those rings in, but I'm not gonna break things. I'm just gonna break the rings in. It's good to go. All right, I'm off to get gas and hopefully she runs good. Oh, this thing is so fast. Oh my God. So when I had everything apart, I also fixed all the exhaust leaks. I had a couple here and there. And now, honestly, the thing is just shredding. I noticed it already. It's just extremely, extremely boost responsive. Yeah. Wow, I miss this car. It's been 2 weeks since I've driven it, and I miss her. Miss her a lot, and it's almost time just to put her away. This is basically the time where I'm going to be driving it, finding out any bugs, fixing it, and then putting it to rest for winter. So in the spring, it's good to go, and I don't have to worry, and all I can concentrate is on the Suicide Purple Mobile. The whole feeling of this car has changed. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, it starts better, it runs better, it pulls harder. I haven't even opened it up yet. I've just literally driven down my main street. But I'm gonna go find a road. So all the work I've done is I fixed the head, rebuilt the head, rebuilt the bottom end in one cylinder, pulling that out, new rings. I also sealed all the exhaust leaks, replaced all the plugs, replaced the axles, so there's no leaks at all, and it is making a huge difference. I went over this car with a fine-tooth comb, and literally it's made such a difference, and I'm having such a good driving experience already, and I haven't even let her eat yet. I have to very shortly because I need to break that ring in and make sure that it's getting a proper seat, and then I'll be good to go for hopefully the whole next season. Oh yeah, she's feeling real peppy. I miss this car. Holy. It's like it's got COVID. It just keeps sneezing. Just listen to it. Holy crap, does it ever pull hard in a second. I haven't even taken it above 4 grand yet. Let me do another little pull. Holy crap. Woo! 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 I missed this car! Honestly, do yourself a favor, buy a crappy little car and throw a snail on it. I got all the videos for you to learn how to do this, and it is an amazing feeling fixing it and actually having it work correctly. By the way, the shifter is working really good. As you saw in this episode, I was having a lot of trouble with it shifting correctly, but now it's shifting correctly. Let's try and not break it. 4th gear. That thing is boost responsive. I am so happy with that. I'm really digging at making cars boost responsive because turbo lag sucks, but it's awesome at the same time. It feels great, but it makes your car slow. So I'm going to be really paying attention to that when doing the twin engine MX-3. I have a lot of plans to make it really boost responsive, and honestly, I can't wait to show you guys what I got in store for that. But for now, I'm going to go to Canadian Tire, get coolant, replace my coolant, and then be done with it. Oh my god. I was gonna do a pull in 3rd gear, but I'm not. I'm just not. I'm gonna stay away. 4th gear it is. Listen to the blow off this thing. Just go have to. About like 40 to 50 pulls in 3rd gear to rack it, but like I just put so much work into this. I want to put it away fixed because last year it sat outside and it needed work, and it literally sucked looking at it because I literally parked it at my house and I'd see it every day and I'd be like, you need fixed. That turbo lights up. I am not even joking, like this thing is so quick for 5 pounds. It is ridiculous. How much of a difference just a little exhaust leak will make, and plus a whole bunch of little things like plugs, getting this one cylinder running correctly. But I'm gonna do a little pull up this hill again. But wow, like it's just like on, like I roll into it a bit and then like give it like an inch of throttle and it's just gone. I haven't floored it yet. I'll floor it right now. And it's just whap, whap. It's awesome. I'm gonna start it like 60 kilometers an hour and go to 110. And I'm just literally gonna tell you when I floor it, and then I'll hit red line. Boom. Doesn't take long. It's an awesome car for the street. That is definitely for sure. Let her eat. Oh, I just spun all of second. I didn't drop the clutch. I went into second easily, and it just roasted right to red line. Held it at 6 grand. Not technically red line. Red line's like 7,500, but it was. Make sure you watch your exhaust leaks, people. It's important with turbo cars. One more pull. I'll go from first, because that's the right thing to do. That's a respectable thing to do. It lit it up again. Oh yeah. I know I'm rambling, but like I am literally blown away on how this car drives now. With all the little things, it's amazing. Ted wasn't completely dialed in before. I had a good tune on it and everything with 5 pounds, but now that it doesn't smoke and it has proper compression across the board and everything's working properly, like it's so easy to drive. I'm not worrying about choking on freaking smoke from the engine. All I worry about is getting put in the seat and where the cops are. So, hope you like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. I should be monetized very soon, so definitely keep up with my content. All you have to do to contribute to helping me with my cars and myself is watch my videos. So hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, and then enjoy my content. We'll see you in the next one.